So guys, know from SR Studios. Now, collection videos of custom model showcases have been popping up around a lot lately, so I decided to finally jump in on the trend and make my own, and so here are all the customs that I made so far. Let's begin. Smudger. Smudger was the first ever model train custom I have ever done. He's made out of a Botman Rheneas, heavily modified. I actually painted him green, weathered him down significantly, added real coal, added extra pipe work. I replaced his funnel with a Botman Scarloey one, and while it is a little bit stumpy, it looks a lot better than the ugly one that the Botman Rheneas had. I also gave him a lamp, and even gave him cab detail, but that's about pretty much it with this guy. Again, if you want to see more information about him, go watch the video that I made of him about a long time ago. And yeah, it's definitely one of my favorites, and definitely is one that I'm probably not modifying anytime soon. Stuart. Now, unlike Smudger, who I'm incredibly proud of, Stuart's I really want to redo. But there's nothing wrong with the Botman Peter Sam shell as it is, but for a more realistic take, it just doesn't have a lot of the details on it. The funnel also is crooked, the handrail looks stupid, and the smokebox door just doesn't look too great. I do like some aspects of it, like the wooden buffer beam, but overall, it's just not the best. I will admit that this thing is an excellent runner, but I definitely want to get a 4Ds model kit for this thing, because that thing has incredible detail, and would look great as a Stuart model. But for now, Stuart's just looks like this. I'm definitely going to get that kit soon, but yeah, I'm just not really happy with him. Tim. Now, Tim actually started a fairly long time ago. He's made out of a Double M Models tram kit. This is a free one off Thingiverse, and it was printed in just normal PLA, not resin or anything. There's no modifications done to the body whatsoever. I painted him black, gave him some red lining this time, gave him custom nameplates that I designed myself, added his number 7s, gave him a safety valve or the whistle, whatever it is, and gave him a ton of coal. Added Mid Sodor style couplings, which I forgot to mention for the other two because there's just bent wires. I might want to replace those in the future. Gave him Bachmann couplings, and he's running all on a Kato 109 chassis. Now, Tim, and just like the Gem brothers, as you'll see later, they don't have the best finishing in the world, but they do run really well, and I'm really glad on how they perform and how they look so far. Albert. So Albert has actually a very similar story to Tim, as they both are the same type of tram. However, I chopped away the old coal bunker for Albert and replaced it with my own coal bunkers that I designed myself, glued them on, and I cut a piece of styrene and curved it so it could look like the boiler as where the original dome was, which I cut away. And I took a pen lid, chopped off the cap off of it, and painted gold and stuck it on to Albert, as it was really smooth and shiny, and I think it suited Albert's look really nicely. Other than that, he's basically the same. He has an 11109 chassis on him, Bachmann couplers, all that good, and while I did have some problems with him at first, he's a really good runner now, so I'm really pleased with how he turned out. Duke. So, I'm going to say something really controversial now, because I was originally going to make a video of this model, but I decided to just sum up all my thoughts here, and I'm going to say something very controversial, okay? I think the Kato Prince and Princess models are some of the most overpriced model trains I've ever seen, because for the detail and quality that you're getting for $200, it's not worth it. All the details are made of plastic. The body is made of plastic. The cab detail almost non-existent. It's not even painted. The coal load looks terrible. And packaging is abysmal. Sometimes your models are going to break, and I don't think it's worth $200. But I do think that this thing I would gladly hand over $100 for this thing, which is exactly what I did. I found a used one on eBay for a ridiculously cheap price. It was $100 bidding. I bid it. I got it for $100. And when I got it, it was a little bit finicky out of the box. I had to replace the drawbar in it, but other than that, it worked perfectly fine. and I painted brown and just added some of the details, and that's pretty much it about this guy. There's really not much to say about him other than he's just a repainted prince or princess mom. He's a pretty good model, not $200 worth though. Jim. Now, I'm going to save my thoughts on this guy for a little bit later because I'm actually making a crossover review with the Neil Fanny T1 on this one. So, my full thoughts will be in that video, and I really want you guys to see that one, so I'm going to save my thoughts for that one. But all you really need to know, it's a Double M Models tram kit again, this time with a few different altercations, which I will get into in that video. So, that's pretty much it. Falcon. Yes, I made another one, and I swear this is the last one, guys. This one's made for a Bachmann Skarloey chassis this time, and the shell is actually designed myself, and I do plan to make another video about this guy, but he is a 3D print designed by me, running on a Bachmann Skarloey chassis with some extra details like a whistle, and I even plan to put cab detail in this thing, so stay tuned for that review, but yeah, hopefully this guy will get done soon. And yeah, that's pretty much all the models I have thus far, and I do plan to make more models in the future. I was actually planning to make the Mines engine, but the shell didn't really turn out all too great, and while I do think the weathering job I did for it was amazing, I really want to just make the Mines engine out of the Bachmann Hunslets, because I think those are a lot more detailed and run better. So I decided to scrap this project for now, and I'm going to make it out of a Bachmann Hunslet in the future. I've also already talked about that I want to get a Bachmann Baldwin to make Stanley. I've already talked about that, so I'm not going to get into detail about it. But anyways, that's all my models thus far. I hope you guys enjoy. Comment down below what engine you want to see next. And that'll be all for now. Peace, guys.